Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. I could not wait to talk to y'all. I absolutely could not wait to talk to y'all, man. What is going on, my friends? It is your boy, John Quick of the Talk That Lingo crew. We definitely talk that lingo very fast. And like I always say, it's harder to keep money than to get it. But we're going to be getting into some crazy things here today. I'm drinking on. You already know I got the old fashioned cocktail going on. This is the Stream whiskey right here, not the official whiskey of the Stream, but one of the whiskeys that we do drink on this stream. And normally I pour my glass with y'all, but I already pulled up. Y'all know I got the rosé bottles out. Yeah, man, what a crazy time to be alive. Y'all already know what we're going to be getting into, and if you don't know, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. That's just fact. That's just first and foremost. I'm going to get that out of the way. Wow, what a wild night for the Oscars. I tell you what, that has been probably the best Oscar show probably ever. I mean, in the history of the Oscars. And here's what I say. I would say, and I'm going to bring my brother Talib in, but I would say that this whole fiasco between Will and Chris Rock, I would say that it was fake. I would say that it was staged. And here's a couple reasons why. Because for a very, very long time, for at least for the last few years, the Oscars have not garnered the respect that it normally does. It hasn't been one of those big events like it normally is. And what better way to really make headlines than to have Will Smith slap the shit out of Chris Rock? I mean, honestly, as a award show, for the Oscars, it doesn't get any more prestigious, I would say. And if y'all wondering what's this behind me, it is kind of cold in my apartment right now, so it's a heating pad, so I'm just kind of cold. But the Oscars are just a prestigious award show, and for something like that to happen, it's gonna break the internet. You know what I mean? So if that would have happened at the BET Awards, I don't think that it would have the same impact that it had. And I got some very, very interesting stuff that I want to play for y'all at the end of the show. So make sure you stick around till the end of the show. But I'm gonna bring my brother Talib Bands in the building. How you living, my brother? What's going on? I see you got your ice cream gear on as always. What's up, brother?
Man, I'm living rich, like the shirt say, man.
Sure.
I'm living rich, like the shirt say. I wish New York City weather would stop backing up, but we here, we alive, we with the family. What's good, world? How you doing? Double salute.
Sir. Yes, sir. Man, yeah, it is crazy that you say about the weather, man. Here back in Philly, it started snowing. Then the sun came out, the snow went away. Then it started snowing again. The sun came out. Then it started snowing again. It was kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy. Same thing happened in New York, or what?
Man, it was snowing yesterday apparently, but for like 2 seconds, rained a little bit, got a cold ass front, and then literally all day it just felt like we were in the middle of December.
Man, it's so funny, man. It's like the weather is changing, the seasons are changing, the seasons are shifting a little bit. It's like I feel like this year in October we're gonna have like some really, really nice weather, and then later on, you know, in January of next year, it's still going to be nice weather, and then back in March. I mean, this is just a never-ending cycle. But nonetheless, man, you already know what we're here to talk about, man. What happened with Jada, Will Smith, and Chris Rock? Explain it to me, man. Explain it to me.
You don't go around disrespecting people's wives, man.
Okay.
Plain and simple. Will Smith made Philly proud.
Yes, he did.
Chris Rock disappointed Brooklyn. And somewhere in America, Tupac is still sending Jada Pinkett messages.
You say he's still DMing her.
So somewhere in America.
He's still DMing her. That is
Billy.
Oh my goodness. It's so funny because I saw a meme that said it was like nice way to go, Will, but you know, Tupac would have shot him.
Yeah, I saw that shit too. Tupac would have shot him at the Oscars.
What a crazy course of events. I guess one of my questions to you is, does this make Chris Rock look bad? That's my first question.
It doesn't, and it does.
Okay, let talk to me about how it doesn't make him look bad first.
It doesn't make him look bad because first and foremost, he's a comedian.
Sure.
Comedians are going to say the most outlandish shit. Comedians are going to say the most unapologetic shit.
Mm-hmm.
So from a comedic standpoint, that's why there are a lot of comedians standing behind him. It's like, hey, you know the world we live in. Take a joke. You're not the only person I've made fun of. You won't be the last person I made fun of. Now, on the other hand, where I think Chris Rock messed up is I personally think Will Smith, before the show even started, went back there and spoke to him like a brother. Yo, you're a funny guy. I love you. But please, any jokes, leave my wife and my family out of it. All right. I felt like that conversation happened. I felt like Chris Rock probably felt like, yo, I'm a comedian. This is material. This shit is going to happen whether I say it or not.
So wait. Okay, let me stop you there. So you think Will Smith, prior to all of this, had this conversation with Chris Rock?
I believe that.
Okay.
I've never seen Will Smith. I've seen Will Smith take a joke.
Okay.
And all of our lives, we've seen Will Smith joke and prank other people.
Sure.
So I felt like, this was a touchy subject. First of all, you guys have been making fun of this man for the last 2 years. On top of that, even when his wife came forward with the whole, entanglement,
right?
Y'all was still joking on Will. Y'all was making a bunch of memes. Y'all forget this man has feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And regardless of his bank account, he's still a human being.
It's true.
Maybe last night was a straw that broke the camel's back. Maybe would it have been a problem if he had made fun of a white woman and she had got upset at him? How different would the conversation had been?
Right.
In a day and age where we're supposed to be protecting our black woman, no matter how harmless the joke might have come off, if you felt like that joke was too much to your wife, then yeah, you stand up for it. Because if you don't, then you allow anything else to happen, whether it be on a high level, a medium level, or a low level. Protect our black queens. Let's stop making the jokes seem okay because maybe it's not oh fucking K. Let's protect our black queens the same way they protect these white women.
Talk about it, man. Talk about it. So talk to me about, let me see. So how does Chris Rock look bad in this scenario, in this whole situation?
Chris Rock looks bad in it because if people remember from the last Oscars Chris Rock was at, he was joking on Jada.
Sure.
He was joking on it. Now you continue to joke. Like I said, I felt like there was a conversation prior before anyone went up on stage. So that's why I feel Chris Rock was wrong. It's like, yo, if Will Smith is your man and your bro, you should have at least went over the jokes with him. Yo, I'm going to say this about your wife because there's no comedians go up there and they improv and they off the head. But when it comes to these, shows, especially like the Oscars, I'm pretty sure all his jokes was reviewed before he went out there and was, doing his shit. I'm pretty sure all his jokes were reviewed. I'm pretty sure he went up to it like, yo, I'm a da-da-da-da. And I'm sure Will probably let him know, hey, yo, just leave that out. Like, and when he saw, so and Chad is actually right. That laugh was nigga, so I spoke to you and I asked you as a brother and you going to disrespect? All right, cool. Now let this hand disrespect you.
Well, what do you say to, okay, first of all, what leads you to believe that Chris and Will had this conversation prior to the show or prior to Chris going up there? What leads you to believe that?
What leads me to say that?
I need to know.
Is I'm sure you've heard of the Comedy Central roast, right? When the roast of whatever celebrity they roasted.
They didn't roast Will.
No. What I'm getting at is before a lot of those people go on there and they say the jokes that they say.
Yeah.
The person that they're roasting already knows what they're gonna say.
Sure.
So it's like, all right, yeah, you're gonna say this disrespectful thing. All right, Comedy Central, they're paying me. All right, go ahead and say that. Oh, you're gonna say that about my child. Go ahead and say that. I feel like the same thing happened. It's the Oscars. You're not just gonna say any old joke at the Oscars. You feel me?
Right.
Like if you gonna joke about the trans community, the LGBTQ community, I'm pretty damn sure all your jokes got to be reviewed before it even gets mentioned at the Oscars.
And approved.
Right? So if that goes on a review, why wouldn't why wouldn't you bring like, yo, bro, I'm gonna be joking about this. Is this okay? Is this okay? Why wouldn't you take that extra concern if Will is a comrade, a fellow black?
Okay. Do you think that Chris Rock wrote this joke? Because it was reported that he didn't even write this joke.
No, I don't think Chris Rock doesn't write jokes anymore.
So if he didn't write the joke,
he shouldn't have said it.
He shouldn't have said it if he didn't write the joke, first and foremost. But if he didn't write the joke, do you think that Will and Jada was still privy to the fact that this joke can be said on air? Do you really like how would that conversation come about? Like if somebody wrote this joke, wrote this joke and it wasn't Chris Rock,
right?
At what point would the Smiths be notified of this joke being said on air? At what point?
The second Chris Rock got the joke from his writer,
right,
to memorize it, to be able to say it without reading it off paper, that's when he should have called Will. Yo, Will, man, my writer is crazy, bro. He said da 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 da, and I'm supposed to be doing this at the office.
So you don't think that Will and Jada knew about this prior?
No.
Okay, so if you don't think that they knew about this prior, at what point do you think Chris Rock and Will Smith had the conversation? Because you said that you think.
I honestly think before the show.
Mm-hmm.
Before the show, once Chris Rock had got his material, and this is hilarious, this is funny. I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure, and when Will Smith does the interview on it, I'm pretty sure he's gonna bring it up. Yeah, I spoke to him about it, this spot. Yeah. But so I'll take full credit for saying that this is exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Rock got the jokes, went through it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably hit Will up like, yo, is it okay if I say this?
Yeah.
And again, bro, if I'm a comedian, right?
Yeah.
You my mans.
Sure.
And and I know we about to, make some jokes about you and your wife that my writer sent me. You being my brother, my man, my nigga, I'm calling you first. Yo, I know you got it, but we got this material set up. I just wanted to make sure it was okay with you, bro. I'm a comedian. I make people laugh, but a lot of people want to, joke about what you got going on right now, and they want me to tell it. Is it okay if I tell it?
Okay.
Out of respect, if you say, yo, bro, no, I'm going to change the whole fucking set.
So wait, do you think that if that conversation didn't happen, do you think that Chris is at fault for not mentioning this prior to saying that joke to Will?
Again, yes.
You do? Okay.
Still, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chris Rock knew what he was doing. He was making white people happy. Chris Rock was making white people happy with that joke. And if you looked around the whole room, there was a bunch of white people laughing in there.
Well, and in Chris Rock's defense, I gotta say, in Chris Rock's defense, anything you say on that stage, it is gonna garner some laughs. But if you are in here, drop a like. We definitely appreciate y'all tapping into the Talk That Lingo podcast. Let us know right now in the comments. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Chris Rock looks bad today. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Chris Rock looks good today. Go ahead, Talib. I'm gonna let you continue on your point.
Know what I'm saying, man? So I just feel like it's out of respect.
Yeah. That
whole night could have went differently. Now, did that slap do wonders for the views? Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Amazing. If you didn't know who Will Smith was, I guarantee you know who he is today. If you didn't know who Chris Rock was, I guarantee you know who he is today. And a lot of this can boil over good and boil over bad for you. Will it blow over? Yes. I double salute Chris Rock for not filing charges. That would have been some real, like, yo, you from Brooklyn, nigga. It's bad enough you got slapped. You about to file charges
for a slap. You can't file charges for a slap.
No, but they were trying to, get him. They was in the news. They were like, "Oh, Chris Rock is not gonna file any charges." Da 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 da. I'm like, "All right, cool."
And this is the part that leads me to believe that this could be fake. This is the part that leads me to believe that all of this could be fake, because not only did this happen at a time where it was like, all right, it was the Oscars haven't been as hot as they once were.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking that all of the people sitting in the pre-show room, they were like, how can we make this show pop and get onto social media?
Yeah.
And then somebody was sitting there thinking, what if Will Smith comes and slaps the shit out of Chris Rock? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this had something to do with the show not being as popular as it once was. They wanted to try to get back into the public eye in some form or fashion. And the best way to do it is through a meme that will live forever. This meme will live forever. Literally, this meme will live forever. There's not a day that goes by that this meme won't be used. You know how,
every time they go to the Oscars, they're gonna remember that memorable moments.
Not even every time you go to the Oscars, but not limited to that. Every time I send a text message to somebody and they don't understand what I'm saying, I'm sending them this picture right here. I'm a send, or a GIF. I'm a send this. This is what I'm sending.
But he did take that slap. I mean, but it looked like he was preparing for the slap, right?
He prepared for the slap.
No, bro. Look at this. Nah, Chad. Look at this,
bro.
Chad, look at this picture.
Look at this photo.
Chad, look at this photo, bro. Did you see this one though? It looked like he's preparing. He had a smile on his face.
He prepped and braced for that. First of all, if somebody is slapping me, I'm not going to have a smile on my face before, during, and after. This is during. Look, he still got the smile on his face, and this is after.
That's when the taste fell out his mouth.
That's when he was like, hold up. That wasn't in the plan, Will. That wasn't in the plan. But look at this. First of all, obviously, okay. So check this out. We saw Chris Rock tell the joke, and then he started looking at Will and Jada, and he could see Will coming up on stage. And then as you saw, he's like, hold up. All right, what's going on? I got to stop the show because anything could go down right now, right? So Will walks up on stage. Chris Rock had his hands behind his back. As Will was approaching Chris Rock, he slaps him. As Will was approaching Chris Rock, he slaps him. Oh, let me pull this back up.
You think it's a conspiracy?
Yeah.
He literally braced for this slap. I mean, it was almost as but what I do have to say, Will, applaud to Will, because the form on this slap.
Yeah, now his form was perfect. I was saying that same shit. Did you see how straight his back was?
He was balanced, right?
Yeah, no, Nick, that was his mama taught him how to smack like that.
No,
shout out Mama Smith.
Yeah, shout out Mama Smith. But you know who taught him to slap like this, right? Remember he played Muhammad Ali. Don't forget now.
That's a fact.
Don't forget now.
That's a fact.
He played Muhammad Ali. But I mean, really, it's this photo right here that leads me to believe that this could have very well been planned. He braced for it. He got his hands behind his back. What black man getting slapped with his hands behind his back, and then after he gets slapped, he put his hands back behind his back? What black man doing that? Come on now.
A black man that forgot about the hood.
Oh, and we're gonna get to that about Chris Rock. So you said
Chris Rock is too damn comfortable, as you can see. Chris Rock hasn't been in the hood in a while, y'all. Chris Rock does not know what it is to struggle anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his jaw is probably struggling. But I guarantee you, Chris Rock don't know what it is to struggle anymore. First of all, let's be honest, y'all. Chris Rock was not the toughest motherfucker out of Brooklyn. Period. Right. If you've seen Everyone Hates Chris, you know for sure. Mm-hmm. It was his little brother that was tough.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah, Chris Rock is from Brooklyn. And there's certain stuff we expect from you, nigga.
Yeah.
No, tell the people that, bro.
He's from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And he's a man.
You
don't let another man come up to you and smack you.
No, you don't.
Nah, he's definitely from Brooklyn, man. We gotta get Chad a mic because we can't hear him at all.
To corporate.
Yeah, I was just saying that he was
the way that he responded, he will be praised by corporate
America, but white America will.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, Chris Rock's professionalism after this slap was unmatched, and I think that's how we should applaud.
Yeah, he handled it like a white man would handle it.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, just corporate America.
I don't know if I would go that far in terms of he handled it by like a particular set of people. I think he handled it professionally. Now, if you want to equate that to something else, I can understand, but I think he handled himself very professionally. I mean, as professional as it can get, to be honest with you. As we know, Will Smith accepted an award.
Still got Best Actor. Double salute.
And this is a whole nother reason why I think this was all staged. Let's let Will go on stage, slap this shit out of Chris Rock, and then give him an award. Like that's what I'm thinking that's happening here. Like I said, you got to remember the Oscars have not ever been talked about like this before. And if it was ever talked about like
the last time people spoke about the Oscars, it was like, oh, the lack of black representation.
Exactly.
And then now that they let some black people on it, we got ratchet real quick.
We done got ratchet. We done got ratchet on them.
Literally, it's the biggest award show in the world.
It's kind of crazy,
all
man.
Of that. The reason this one is talked about for two things. It's not even more so, but Will. They had.
We gotta get Chad a mic. We gotta get Chad a mic.
Yeah, yo, Chad. Come over here, nigga. Bring the hook. Now you about he pulling up.
Pull up, Chad. Pull up, Chad.
He being shot.
We just can't hear you. We just can't hear you that well.
Damn, this shit cold. We got ice in it.
Oh, hold on. He busted the hookah out. While Chad is pulling that together, man, let us know in the comments, who do you think looks worse in this situation? Is it Chris Rock or is it Will Smith? Now I know a lot of people. There go my brother Chad. Brother Chad, how you doing, man? My man got a brewski. He got. Listen, I already know you just got off of work. This is your wind down time.
I like to chill, man. A little beer, a little smoke, a little basketball. Put my bets in. That's it.
Yeah. You do the parlays.
Yeah, I did the parlay. I think I got a $400 bet right now for my team.
Yo,
I
man,
put $1.
Oh yeah, well shit. We hoping you cash out on that motherfucker. You heard me? Listen, Chad, let me ask you this, man. Do you think Chris Rock looks bad today after that whole situation?
It depends who's looking. That's why I said you have the professional corporate money side of America who will look at it and they will say, he handled that with the utmost strength.
Yeah. And
he was super professional, and Will was immature, and Chris Rock is the man. You got that's one.
It's a fact
perspective, right?
Yeah.
Which is true, right?
Right.
However, the other perspective, right, is what I said earlier, is two things. One, Chris, you a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't have somebody walk up and smack you like that. You know what I'm saying? Two, Chris is from Brooklyn.
Yeah, nigga.
You know what I mean? And he can move as far away as he wants. But you're coming from Brooklyn, and that's not how we operate. Right. You don't let somebody come up there and smack you in the face like that. It's extremely disrespectful. Now, I'm not saying what he should have done is punch back, right? There's a lot of things. One, he could have been more. He could have realized, one, if Will was never scripted to come up there in the first place, right? Obviously, he's not coming up there to just talk.
Right.
You know, so he should have been more on point. Dodge the hit, throw a hit back. You know what? Or he slapped you. What you could have said was, okay, I'll see you after the show. You know, like say something to show that, you know, that you have some backbone, right? To respond and go, oh my God, Will Smith just smacked me. It's kind of like, you know, it's like, what?
Oh my God.
It was very, it on his part. And also as a comedian, I get the comedians, you know, their profession is comedy, right? It's not to be a tough person. It's not to be this and that. But with all the jokes that you guys crack, right? With all the people you talk about and comedians hold people to a high standard. When they're talking about people, they say the same thing. You should have did this. I would have did this, right?
Yeah, right.
They do all of that. So some part of you got to be about it, right? Doesn't mean you got to be out there busting guns, but some part of you got to be like about it. Because to be honest, that could have never happened to Dave Chappelle.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like,
yo,
there's certain comedians, you know.
Will Smith would have sat his ass down.
Oh yeah.
Holcomb, you know, there's so many names of people that you put them in that position, it wouldn't have went down like that.
If it was Kevin Hart, he would have punted him. But then again, they both Philly niggas. Kevin Hart would have known better.
You know, so yeah, it should not have went down like that. Now, on the other hand, Will is all the way in the wrong, right? He's in the wrong because both of you guys are comedians.
Yeah.
Right?
Will Smith is not a comedian.
First of all, the joke wasn't even nothing crazy. He didn't say like, you know, something like, oh, Tupac should be with her. He didn't say nothing crazy about their personal relationship.
That would have been crazy if he would have said.
Yeah, he didn't even say anything. He made a little joke and
was it little?
And it was little. And he took it but again, Will is upset because they have a lot of they whole businesses in fucking TV, man. You know what I mean? The entanglements, the who she really loved, all of this kind of shit. Jada been outing him and making him look stupid for the last couple years.
The last couple years, nigga, since Tupac was alive, nigga.
She think it's like some cool thing, liberating women, talk whatever. But listen, at the end of the day, you married, you don't make your other partner look bad.
Especially Will Smith.
Divorce them first, then talk all the shit you want.
You never make Will Smith look bad.
You know, because to my knowledge, I don't see Will doing that to her.
That's true.
You know, so it's like a one-sided attack going on now. Could he have done things behind the scenes? Probably, but where is it? It's behind the scenes.
Right.
And he's smart about it.
You know,
Big Willie style.
Well, Big Willie.
However, there's one thing I would say. I don't watch the Oscars like that, but I know it's a prestigious award show. I don't know how often they do jokes or they do things like that, but I think it was a shock for him. Like if he went to like a more calm show or something like that, and Chris Rock was there, whatever, I think he would be more ready for him to say something about him and his wife. But being that it was the Oscars and he's there to win an award and it's a prestigious show and typically they don't go in with jokes like that about people's whatever, at all. I think it shook. I think he was shocked. You know, and
so you think this was real?
Well, you know, listen, these people, they're rich, all this kind of stuff. It's very well could have been staged, orchestrated, whatever the case is. But I don't like to speak on things that I have no evidence for. You know, do I think it's staged? Maybe.
I got evidence,
but we don't know. So all we could speak about is what
happened.
Is what happened, and what people are saying was real or not. And if they say that it was a real thing, then that's the only thing I could speak on. You know.
So let me ask you this, because I wanna read some super chats right now. Brent Christopher says, "This has never happened before on live TV. Not really fair to say. Oh, I would have swung back and I would have done this. No, you wouldn't." Right? I get what you're saying. He's trying to say basically everyone's saying they would have swung back. You know, people saying that people would have done this. I mean, in that scenario, first of all, not everybody is going to be in that scenario, right? It's only a select few. It's only a select.
Chris Rock and Will Smith be in that scenario.
Yeah, it's only a select few people who's going to be on that Oscar stage hosting, nonetheless.
Yeah.
But I agree. I mean, this has happened on live TV before to some degree, for sure, Brent. This has happened to some degree on live TV. I guess Kanye is somewhere like licking his chops. Like the next award show I go to, I'm slapping the shit out of somebody. And guess what?
50 Cent said the same thing. Let me win an award. Slap the shit.
He's slapping somebody. And guess what? The only award show that I think Kanye is going to see Pete Davidson at is like the Nickelodeon Slime Awards. That's where I think it's going to get real.
Hey, yo, Pete Davidson. You next, nigga.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Are we going to talk about who's next to get slapped for sure?
You next, Pete Davidson.
Let me read this super chat right here. Chris Rock was more in shock. So it's not like Will Smith punked him. Chris rolled with the punches and took it like a man. I gotta agree with that. I gotta agree with that.
He definitely took it.
He did. Look, nobody's saying what somebody should have done, not doing. Nobody said what he did was right or wrong, right? Yeah. The question that was asked was, how is it perceived, right? So, and that's what I explained. You're gonna have people on different sides of the fence. You're gonna have people that say, "Listen, the man is hosting one of the most prestigious award shows, in the most prestigious award show in the world, and he has to conduct himself a certain way." And although that this happened, right, the way he responded, right, was professional, and it was all of that.
And anyone should get that.
The other perception, right, and I understand both. I'm not saying what Chris should have done or what he should not have done, right? Yeah. At the end of the day, nobody's in that position. He got to do what's best for him. Right. However, the other perception is that one, you let another man smack you in the face. That's the first thing, right? That's just the reality of it. You let a man smack you in the face, and no award show, no nothing, right? So a lot of people, right, warrants me taking that and being okay with it just like that.
That's a fact.
You know, so not saying he had to get ignorant and start, brawling out there with Will Smith on stage, because there'll just be two old 50-year-old men fighting on the stage. You know what I mean? And it's just like, but he should have, to me, right? If I'm in his position and you can't let somebody just smack you in the face like that.
Not being from motherfucking Brooklyn, nigga.
From Brooklyn, man. That's
not being from Brooklyn, nigga. Or at least after the Oscars was finished, you should have slid on that nigga.
Because you watch the show, right?
You should have slid on that nigga, Chris. You know where he was at. Yeah. Will Smith put his whole location on TikTok and IG, nigga. You pussy for not pulling up, nigga. You could have slid, Rock. I get the professional shit, nigga.
Rock.
I get the professional shit, nigga. But you wasn't at the Oscars all day. You ain't pull a all shift, nigga. They just needed you for 8 hours, nigga.
He said you could have slid, Rock.
You playing?
He said you could have slid, Rock. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hold up, wait. I got another super chat coming in. Brent Christopher said, "Of course it was real. Will would not have embarrassed himself like that, winning his first Oscar as a leading actor as a black man in front of Denzel, in front of the Academy like that." No, I would agree. The only reason why I say it was kind of coordinated is because on first look at the video, Brent, honestly, I couldn't tell if there was any connection from Will's hand to Chris' face.
Oh no, there was a connection.
Nah, you ain't see his whole cheek go that way, nigga.
I did. In fact, not only did I see his whole cheek go that way, we have photos of his whole cheek going that way.
I want to let the world know, whenever a rock moves, it's called sediment. Whenever sediment, that's what happened to Chris Rock's face, nigga. Sediment was moving, nigga.
Yo, man, listen, man. If you are in here, drop
us. That's a fact.
Will was wrong. He could have conducted himself better. But as black people, we are a little bit more. We're very real about certain things, and we do have emotional responses to certain things. And he reacted off of emotions, right? I'm not going to fault him and say, "Yo, the man is messed up" and all this kind of stuff, because he had an emotional reaction to a joke about his wife, which they all in the media and things is going on. So it's understandable, right? But the thing I like about it too is because they brought a level of to me, of realness of our people to the Oscars.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And people got to see that, because it's the thing is white America this is gonna be the narrative. It's gonna be like, dude was out of control. You know, like they're gonna say so much. They're gonna like bash him.
Yes, they are.
You know,
Sad.
they're gonna bash him. And this is the thing, as people of color, a lot of times when things happen, we react a certain way, and at the end of the day, nobody cares about anything but how we react, right?
That's true.
And they paint such a bad picture,
Yeah.
of us
Already.
when we react to some certain things,
Already.
right? But it's all hypocrisy, man, because you could go and put a gun in somebody's hand and tell them go to another country and shoot people and kill them, but then you a hero.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, so it's people got to be a little bit easy. What the two of them should do is they should get together. They should either slug it out, do whatever they need to do behind the scenes, right? And then take a picture with each other and show that, you know what, we had a little argument, a little whatever, and we moved on. That's it. It's done.
Let me read
You
this this comment from Brent, because I think this deserves to go. I think this needs to be said. And remember, Will laughed at the joke initially until Jada gave him that look like Tupac or August wouldn't put up with this. I agree.
I don't think he laughed like.
Y'all gotta look at that. Like, you got a video of that laugh?
Because you got to put yourself in that position. The laugh to him was, to me, that laugh was like oh, okay.
Yeah, facts.
You know,
facts.
It was like, all right,
facts.
I'm coming up there now. You know what I mean? Like that to me was the laugh. The laugh wasn't like, oh, I'm in solidarity with Chris.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? That is funny.
And
you about to see what else is funny.
He should have
did
he should have did the Denzel laugh from Training Day. Okay, motherfuckers. All right.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, and people think, because I respond to certain things like how Will responded to that too. A lot of times I will laugh about something and people think that like I'm in agreement with it.
Yeah.
Right. But it's more so like it's like
that's how we playing, right?
Yeah, that's how we play it. Like, I understand now, you know?
Right.
And that's why I felt like them niggas had a conversation. Because when Chad brought up the laugh, I'm like, maybe that laugh was like, oh, okay, my nigga. All right. Even though we spoke about it, you're gonna sit there and all right, okay. Okay, all right. And they slapped him. And slapped his ass.
And slapped the taste out of Buddy mouth.
And they said whatever dinner plans Chris Rock had that night, he canceled.
Oh yeah, because he couldn't taste nothing. He couldn't taste nothing. I'm sure if he was trying to get the filet mignon, he was trying to do the surf and turf. Well, he couldn't do it that night for sure.
At all.
Now, did you guys see that Will Smith issued an apology to Chris Rock? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this?
What's to Chris Rock? I don't know if he issued.
If he issued an apology, that was Will Smith getting shit cleared up before his.
No, I don't think he issued it to Chris Rock. I think he apologized to the Oscars in general.
No. So on stage he apologized, but he did issue a formal apology to Chris. He said, "I was out of line and I was wrong, and I acted emotionally." And here the article actually came out about 15 minutes ago. So, Chad, you may not have seen this because literally as we were on the stream here, I saw it come up on my phone. So it literally was just published. But it looks like he did issue an apology. Now, my question to you, Chad, after hearing that this has been the apology issued, and if you are in here, drop a like because we're giving out quality content right now. But after hearing that this is the apology that was issued, is this an apology that you can accept, Chad?
No, because what he needs to do is he needs to go to Chris, and they need to talk it out. And they
I
need
thought
to
you was going to say box. I ain't gonna lie. I thought you was going to say they would need to box it out, but that would have been fine.
However they need to,
the celebrity boxing match.
However they need to handle it, but you got to keep in mind, Chris Rock is approaching 60, so all of this fighting, this stuff is,
yeah.
because somebody could seriously get hurt, hit their head, and that be the end of it. No, it's true.
No.
You know,
This
so
brother has a
what
point.
he needs to do, he needs to go with Chris, discuss it, and let them jointly make a statement together, right? Because what is show, because this issue an apology, this is like, you know, is the apology, is it for Chris, or is it just for everybody else to see that you're sorry about what happened?
Well, Will Smith don't need to apologize to me.
You know, he needs to go talk to Chris, and then they issue a joint statement. You handle it in house, right? Because what happens is you keep telling the media this, you tell the media that, and then you guys are not talking, and nothing is really being resolved. Everything is just resolved on the surface for people to see, but nothing has been taken care of.
Yeah.
You know, he should have pulled Chris to the side. Whatever. What he should have done is when he got offended by the joke, what he should have done is waited until the Oscars was done. Right? Yeah, if you want to see him backstage and slap him, then do your thing. But you don't need to come at your brother, you know, your fellow person that's in your profession, things like that, and do that in front of the whole world for everybody to see. That it was a mistake.
So, Chad, let me ask you this question, right? So, say Chris Rock tells the joke, everybody laughs, the whole room erupts, and Will Smith laughs like he did. Even Brent said it was a full laugh. I have to agree with Brent, it was a full laugh, but I have to also agree with you, Chad, that it was one of those laughs where it was like, oh, that's how we playing. You get what I'm saying? But say Will Smith still goes on stage. And instead of slapping him, he has a brief conversation where nobody can really hear him. And he's like, yo, listen, bro, like, that's my wife. I'm going to need you to apologize in front of all these people. I'm going to walk back to my seat, but I'm going to need
you know why he couldn't do that?
Yeah.
Because Chris Rock is way more savvy than him when it comes to words and talking and expression. You know, so if Will tried to say something to him, Chris Rock could have turned it around and made him look even worse.
Yeah.
Right. It would have been an opportunity because as a comedian too, right? You crack a joke and it really offends or really hurts somebody. That's like a check in your book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's because it means that it's affecting somebody.
Yeah.
So Will goes up there, tries to be like, yo, listen, man, da 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 da. Chris Rock could just use that, turn it around against him. Because I don't think Chris Rock had it in his mind that Will was going to get busy like that at any point with him.
Well, I just had a crazy super chat come in, and it's Joseph Sacco. He says there's got to be a I don't give a fuck age, and I think Will has hit that age. So I think that goes along with what you're saying, that he just jumped up into whatever that was. He morphed from Will Smith to Mike Lowry in a matter of
the Mike Lowry,
and went up there and slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. Listen, if you are in here, drop us a like. Talib, I want to ask you a question.
What's good, man?
Will went on stage and did not slap Chris Rock. Instead, he had a very brief conversation with him. Do you think that would have made Will look weak? Do you think that would have made him look weak at all, or what are your thoughts?
He looked weak by getting upset.
You think he looked weak by getting upset, Chad?
Yeah, if he had just chilled, joke would have went on. Nobody would have said anything.
That's true.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna still bring it back to. I'm gonna bring it back to protecting our black women. If Chris Rock was a white comedian,
sure,
and had made that joke, would Will Smith have did the same thing?
There's no way Will Smith walks up there and slaps him. It's no way. No way.
When you speak on and when you say, all right, when you ask me, all right, yo, what you asked me, I've always looked at life with more than one angle. There's always more than one angle to life.
Sure.
There's always more than one perception of how people see things. Whatever Will Smith did, the universe wanted it to be that way. We just gonna say that. Chris Rock, the universe wanted Will Smith to slap the shit out of you. That's just what we gonna say. Because that's what happened, that's what it was. Like I had also stated, if Chris Rock was a white man, would Will Smith had slapped him the same way, or what he had felt like the joke was as offensive, and we all know he wouldn't have. I'm glad we all agree on that.
He wouldn't have, because as two black men, they have an understanding. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
We like the same way Will knows that Chris is not going to go to the cops and be like, "Oh, he slapped me, press charges on him." You get what I'm saying?
Right.
There's an understanding about how we handle things.
That's true.
Right. With white people and those specific white people, again, there's white people in America that get busy. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. White people know they got hands.
So with the corporate rich side of white America, right? They don't handle things the way black people handle things coming from certain neighborhoods. So they don't have an understanding of that. So for him to go up there and smack him, it wouldn't even do anything. You know what I mean?
America. I'm talking to the world and I'm talking to the universe. If we're joking, let's just joke. Let's have fun. If you're a comedian and you know you're about to joke about someone's wife and you know them personally, because I know Chris Rock and Will Smith have a relationship. I know they have a brotherhood. There should be a level of respect and letting your brother know how far jokes will go and what will be said. No, because I can honestly say, if my best friend or my man was a comedian and my lifestyle, a lot of shit went on the year preview, and you know, everyone made a joke about it, and he was like, "Yo, man, they want me at the Oscars or whatever award show I'm at, and they want me to joke about you." If he says, "Yo, I'm gonna do it," and I give him, "You know what, bro? It's just jokes. Go on ahead, man. Make your money," because it works both ways. People are involved in what I got going on. They'll laugh. They'll still click my shit. People will want to listen to my music. People are going to click on your shit. Damn, he's so funny. You got a tour coming out, so it works both ways on how you look at the energy and how you guys can both spin it to make it both work for the both of you.
True.
But that falls within energy and what you guys do with what happened. Obviously, Will Smith chose to go about it a different way. Chris Rock chose to minimize the damage of it by not pressing charges, because it could have blown up a lot bigger if charges were pressed. You feel me? It would have blown up a lot more. I don't think Will Smith did anything wrong. I still believe in protecting black women, protecting black queens. Joke or not, I'm only saying that. Hold on, bro. I'm only saying that because I still believe this nigga had a conversation with Chris Rock and told him, "Do not talk about my wife. Don't talk." Yeah, that conversation right there. That's when it happened. Don't talk about my motherfucking wife or my kids or anyone else, nigga. Is going to, yeah. I don't have to tell you what it's going to be. I'm not going to have to tell you what's going to happen. But Chris Rock don't. You know what I'm saying? There are consequences and repercussions. With every reaction, there's an action, and with every action, there's a reaction. Chris Rock, this was your reaction, nigga. So that's what it is. That's what we need to just chop it up and move on with life, and let it be what it is. Remember, would it have been different if Chris Rock was making fun of a white man's wife and that white man got up and smacked Chris Rock? Right?
Could have been. It very.
No, let's be honest.
Could have.
Would Chris Rock had even made fun of a white man's wife if that white man asked him not to?
That's a good point. That is a good.
I don't like to say that's what happened, but I like to bring up points. So I like to open up every angle, so we're looking at every point of view.
I agree, and that brings me to my point of this, right? As black people, and let me make sure I go solo on this. As black people, we are way too familiar with one another. I see a lot of people who go into black businesses and they ask for discounts, even though it's not even warranted.
Right.
As if a black business owner should just give you a discount just because you guys share the same skin color. We are way too familiar with one another. And I think that's speaking to what your point is. If that were, if Will Smith were white and he had asked Chris Rock not to say this joke, would he say this joke? Chris Rock probably wouldn't say this joke. But we are just way too familiar with one another. We're way too familiar with one another.
Chris Rock wouldn't have said that joke. You know why I know he wouldn't have said that joke? Chris Rock would not have said that joke if a white man asked, because you can tell because of Chris Rock's professional. You feel me?
Well, I'm gonna read this.
Chris Rock makes jokes on everyone. You have not heard any of his stand-up. No, I've heard his stand-up. I know Chris Rock jokes on everyone. What I'm saying, Brent, is if you're Chris Rock and you're my mans, my nigga, and we both celebrities, and I come to you and I tell you, yo, keep my family out your motherfucking mouth tonight. I think you should stop. I think you should do that. No, Brent. You know, you. I see you with the comments, Brent.
That was some funny shit.
I'm asking you a question, Brent. You're Chris Rock, and I'm Will Smith, and I say, hey man, I know you hosting. I know you got some jokes. You're hilarious. I love you. Just any jokes with me, my wife, just leave it out of your material tonight. I'm fucking Will Smith and you're Chris Rock. It's not like I'm some regular motherfucker in the stand that bought tickets to be at the Oscars and you can say, shut the fuck up. You're going back to your poor house. No. Like these are two black excellent men that are in the business. They both have a responsibility to the African community. You understand that? So what I want to know is if I ask you as a brother, hey man, I know your material, just keep it up. If you're as funny as you say you are, you can come up with some other material. Just leave us out of it. You should fucking listen to me if I'm your mans and I'm your bro. Because oh no, he's a comedian. All right, but you guys get mad at your friends who aren't celebrities for lesser. So please.
Well, let me go ahead and ask you this. Brent says in this chat he's a comedian and nothing is really off limits. What are your thoughts on that?
You're right.
Wait. Chad, come explain this because
listen. Will Smith got upset. He got emotional. It's understandable. It happens, right? Both of them are comedians.
Will Smith is not a comedian, bro.
Yes, Will Smith is a comedian. What Chris Rock said, right? One, I didn't see anything too offensive about it. Two, it wasn't even funny, right? So,
facts.
But at the end of the day, he being too sensitive, and this is the shit that a lot of comedians are talking about. Dave Chappelle, all these people included. Will Smith is called the older generation. I don't know why he's acting like that, but
you got a point.
People are being too sensitive. Comedy is supposed to be dark. It's supposed to attack shit that's personal and then turn it in a light where it's funny. That is the purpose of comedy. So when you start saying, "Oh, don't crack a joke because of this and don't do this," then you might as well just get rid of comedians. Right. Because what is the point of them being here if they can't say things? On top of that, this whole thing with Jada protecting his wife and shit like that, the man's wife is the reason why this shit is happening in the first place.
Is it?
She is on whatever platform she's on, talking about how she really loved fucking Tupac, talking about how she slept with these people.
First of all, who didn't really love Tupac?
No, but she's saying
I like that, my boy.
If you listen to the shit she's saying that she would never be with Will and she would never love him as much as she loved this dude. That is what she's saying.
But it's Tupac. So I get that.
It doesn't matter who it is.
What do you mean? It doesn't matter, nigga. It is Tupac.
The woman is embarrassing her husband on a platform for years.
Right.
Embarrassing him.
Right?
Him. Not making him look strong. So if comedians now say shit about and he didn't even say anything about their relationship, mind you. But if people are cracking jokes on her or saying things like this, right? The main reason why it's even acceptable to do it is because she has made it acceptable.
No.
She has made it acceptable. And instead of checking her, right, and telling her, yo, listen, stop talking about my personal business on fucking shit. Whatever deal they have with sleeping with other people, whatever the case is, keep that shit to yourself. You're making him look weak in front of everybody. And this is why he's reacting like that when the stupid ass joke comes about, because he already feels emasculated by her. That whole thing It's happening because of her. You know, so it's not no protect this or protect that. The woman make you look weak. So guess what? You open season for everybody to crack a joke.
I agree.
All right. And even if he does become open season, where do we as black people say, you know what? Let's protect him.
We don't do that.
No, hold up. Let me get this out.
I'm gonna let you cook.
Let me get this out. Where do we as a community say, you know what? All right, his wife did all of this, copy. But do we bash a man because of the mistakes of his wife? Do we bash a man?
Sure we do.
Sure we do. Hold up. Do we bash a man's mental health?
Kanye West. Yes, we do.
So, all right. So now that we know that we do bash, my question is it okay to bash a person? Hold up. I'm not finished. Is it okay to bash a person? And if it is, if they commit suicide or they hurt themselves because of what we've put on them, even though their actions publicly, because of their life, what brings it, is it our fault for where we put them mentally after we've pushed them to a certain point of knowing their business? And is that fair to them because their life is in the public? And how would you feel? And I'm talking to the viewers. How would you feel if your life was in a public eye and you was in the same shoes? Would you have the same animosity? Would you be seeing this? Because now your business is out there. Your shit is out there. Everybody's on your ass. Do you feel the same way? Or do you say, you know what? Looking at it from every fucking angle.
Yeah.
Let's be better.
Let's be better, man.
I want to know. Are we these? Are we the humans that you know what? If you put it out there, we just gonna laugh at you. And then if we see it on the news that you commit suicide, we'll be sad that day. But then the next day we'll be happy joking on someone else.
Yeah.
Like, and I get that they're comedians. I get that they are comedians. But how far is a joke? How far does a joke go?
My dude, did you hear the joke he said?
I heard the joke he said.
I mean, I gotta
be the weakest joke.
No. But did you hear the joke the nigga said 4 years prior at the last Oscars? This is not the first time this man.
It's not the first time.
It's not the first time this man has brought up this man's wife.
It's not
or his family.
It's not the.
All right. If you were in Will Smith's shoes, what would you have done if someone had spoke about your wife or your family?
Well,
joke or not?
I gotta agree with this. Comedy really has no limits.
Yo, listen. If that's the case, if that weak ass joke is gonna cause all that, y'all might as well just get rid of the whole profession of comedy.
Right.
Just get rid of all of it.
Right.
If we're gonna get sensitive for some shit like that.
I agree.
Which is a fair ass point. But what we also need to have a medium about is that we live in a society today where the simplest jokes could have someone commit suicide.
That's true.
And then how funny is it then? How do you tell that person to take a joke when you don't even know that person well enough to tell them, yo, it's just a joke, take it?
The man himself is a comedian.
Will Smith is not a comedian, bro. No, he's not, bro. Will Smith has never had a stand-up. Yes, he does, bro. Will Smith is not he's funny, but Will Smith is not a comedian. Will Smith is an actor, a rapper, and an entrepreneur. There's nowhere on his resume
Wait. Chris Rock is also an actor.
Well, no, but bro, what was Chris Rock before he was an actor?
But what was Will Smith on Prince of Bel-Air?
He was on the show.
He wasn't. I know, but he wasn't. No, he was an actor, but he was doing music.
Okay, hold up.
Will Smith was a whole artist before he got on the show.
So wait, are we not classifying Chris Rock as an actor as well? Is that
no? Chris Rock is an actor and a comedian. But what Chad is saying is that Will Smith is a comedian. He's not. Will Smith is not a comedian.
I bet you right now you could Google all the shit that he has said.
He's about to do it right now.
Google all the shit that he has said about people and see if he hasn't said something.
Will Smith is not a comedian. I've never seen a Will Smith special.
Will Smith does
He's
have
not a stand-up comedian.
Look, Will Smith, I'm a fan, but I gotta admit, he's not a comedian. He's an actor. Exactly. He's funny as fuck, but that's his personality. Will Smith is not a professional comedian. He's not.
I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not, bro? Will Smith has never came out and said he was a comedian. He's done music and he's done.
Look at the definition of a comedian.
Someone that makes you laugh.
Wait,
so you're a comedian because you made me. I'm a comedian.
Look at the professional definition for that profession.
Bro, what does it say to be a comedian?
I'm not sure what it says to be a comedian. However, I would have to agree that Will Smith is an actor because I can't find any.
Exactly. Will Smith was an actor on Fresh Prince, given a script. He didn't write his own jokes.
Yeah.
The nigga just sound good telling jokes. Like, you feel me? You can tell Will Smith was that cool kid in school. He could say whatever he want and it sound cool and be funny. It worked well on the show.
Right.
They put him in all the Jordans. They put him in all the fresh gear because he was something that was represented. And when we went to school with the
my question is this though. My question is this: how can Chris Rock be a comedian and not labeled as an actor when he has done?
Hold up. No one said that Chris Rock was not an actor. Chris Rock was a comedian first, and he became an actor once he started doing movies and TV shows. That's it. The second that nigga was on SNL doing skits, he became an actor. Okay. When he was going to venues and making people laugh, comedian. Straight like that. Second they had that nigga on SNL doing skits, he's an actor. Once he was doing movies, he's an actor.
Yo, listen.
Hold on. Once he started doing his stand-up, still a comedian. You've never seen Will Smith do a fucking stand-up show.
This is a comedian, a person who seeks to entertain an audience by making them laugh. Then they make a distinction. A comedian who addresses an audience directly is called a stand-up comedian.
Right.
He may not be a stand-up comedian.
But he didn't write his own jokes, bro.
You know that Will Smith ever wrote his own jokes?
My nigga Will Smith. This nigga.
No, that's a fact. Whoa. I gotta give this up to Brent because Brent makes a very, very good point here. Brent Christopher. Shout out my guy Brent Christopher as well.
Yo, shout out, double salute to Chris.
Yes, sir. If Will Smith was a comedian, he would not attack Chris Rock on the stage like that. Why? Because he knows that jokes are just jokes.
Oh, jokes. Exactly. That's his life. If Will Smith was going throughout his whole life telling jokes, doing stand-up shows, making fun of other people's wives and relationships or lives, that joke, he would have been laughing. It would have been a knee slapper.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You feel me?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how he would have been laughing if he was a motherfucking comedian. But that's not what Will Smith is. His profession is not a comedian. Is Will Smith funny? Yes. Will Smith is hilarious. Does that make him a comedian? No, because to be a comedian, it has to be a career. He's not a career comedian.
Right.
Nor does he do stand-up. You've never seen Will Smith do any stand-up.
He did attempt stand-up. I did find something where Will Smith was attempting stand-up, but
I don't know why. Nigga, you not funny unless somebody is writing your jokes. And that's how I know Will Smith is a real nigga. I know if you bump into Will Smith, the nigga that you see on TV, he's naturally funny because
not anybody could have played that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air show. It's not like if they just put somebody in and gave him the jokes, he would have executed that show the way he did. The man is funny,
bro. He's naturally funny, but that doesn't make him a comedian.
No, when I say it's a broad category, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that he's doing stand-up. It doesn't mean that that's his sole income, right? What I mean is that he is in the realm of making people laugh through either film, television or something.
So just say he's funny.
Platform.
He's not a comedian.
No. But his goal, you
can't say that because he just did King Richard. He had
he expanded to do different things, right? But the primary thing in which he got big for, besides the rap and everything, was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a show that was directed to do a couple things, and one of them was to make people laugh.
Right.
He is a comedian. He's a comedian. He's in that realm, you know. But regardless if he's a comedian or not, right? At the end of the day.
Exactly. To be funny does not make you a comedian. It just makes you likable.
I'm not saying to be funny. What I'm saying is that he's using a platform, right? And the main purpose of the platform is comedy. And that's what he did with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right.
It was a platform for comedy. Now, it had a lot of other things, social issues, all of that stuff. But the primary thing that people know the show for is being funny. Right, like Kevin James is one of my is from King of Queens. That's one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, no, Kevin James is hilarious.
Right now, has he done stand up? Probably, I don't know.
No, he does do stand up.
Right? But to me, he's a comedian. He's an actor / comedian.
No, that nigga do stand up.
You can say it's 80% acting, 20% comedian, whatever you want to do.
That's how he got on doing stand up.
To completely remove the comedy part of it is unfair to say that.
That's how he got on doing stand up, and he still does. I'm gonna show you some shit that he's been up to because
they're never gonna
hilarious.
They're never gonna cast Denzel to do a comedy show.
That's not true. No. Don't you talk about Denzel, nigga. Denzel could do anything.
Denzel was not doing a comedy.
Could be a white woman, and I believe it.
Denzel is not gonna be he's not gonna be in a comedy movie for sure. But if
Hold on. Don't you cut Denzel short. That's not what you're gonna do, my friend. You said Denzel cannot be in a comedy?
He can't be the lead. He can't be funny in a comedy. No, he can't. He can't.
Wait, so you telling me if they gave Denzel 2 years to get his acting shit together and it'd be absolutely hilarious, you don't think Denzel could deliver?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Y'all niggas is wild.
I think this. Hold up. I think you have to write a very specific role for Denzel for him to be funny. I really do. I don't think he can just pick up like Will Smith. You can write. Okay, put it like this. Let's say somebody writes a specific role with the intentions that one of two people are going to play it, either Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle. Whether you think those two people are funny or not doesn't matter to my argument. But let's say somebody writes a script for either Kevin Hart or Dave Chappelle to play it.
Right.
I don't think that they could substitute Denzel Washington if either of those didn't want to play it. I don't think that they could do that.
Oh, man, yo, if the role was, come on, my nigga, you know that shit is kind of tough. So you can't say Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle, but Denzel got the role.
But the only reason why I'm saying that is because if I were to say, if somebody writes John Q for Dave Chappelle or Kevin Hart, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work.
That'd be hilarious.
it wouldn't work. And we got, listen, there are lanes. Denzel knows his lane. Listen, do you think, 30 plus years in this business, in the acting business in Hollywood, Denzel had to attempt at least one comedy script. He probably was like, this ain't where my bread is buttered. You get what I'm saying? I mean, that's just the fact of the matter.
I don't think they wrote the right script for Denzel to be funny.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm gonna say this. I think Denzel would be a funny grandfather.
Put it like this.
No. Look, open that up. If Denzel played a grandfather in a wedding movie who didn't like the son-in-law,
I wouldn't want to see Denzel in no funny movies. I'm sorry. I wouldn't
really.
I would not want to. No, I wouldn't want to see that. I wouldn't want to see that. There's no. I can't get over the fact. Listen, do you understand that Training Day? There are clips of Training Day where Denzel was acting his ass off, but people use that as memes, and then those.
Oh yeah, now that's a fact. I use that as memes, like my man.
Exactly, but he didn't do those. He didn't do those scenes and those clips with the intentions of being funny. Other people made them funny, so I don't think he can just jump into a grandfather role and just be funny. You would have to really support it a little bit for Denzel to be funny. But I mean, let's not go off topic. That's a whole and I
That's
do
for another show.
That's a whole nother show. And I do want to say my brother Talib is doing a phenomenal job with his acting. From when first started to now, the transit, like, okay, let me put it to y'all like this. This brother Talib is doing so well on the screen that is forcing me as the director and the producer to just really try to sharpen my iron more, because he's giving me Academy Award winning performances, and I do want to take a moment to appreciate this brother right here to the left of me for sure. But nonetheless, these three seem to have been friends before. And back to
look at them, look at that smile.
I mean, and back to your point, I mean, there had to have been a conversation prior to Chris Rock telling that joke. I don't think he sees Will Smith's name in the pre-writing stage and does not call Will. I think that with that whole reaction that Jada gave us, I think that could be used to validate Talib's point in terms of there was a conversation prior to that joke being said live on air. Because so let's put it like this. If there was a conversation prior, let's say Jada and Will knew about this joke that was going to be said,
right?
And Jada's reaction wasn't necessarily that she was insane. It was the fact that we actually not to say that he said it. You get what I'm saying? So that
I do.
That, you know, that could be the reason why. Okay, hold up. Well, let's go back to this. Brent says Denzel could play a comedian role, but he is a megastar. He's a serious actor, so he chooses to play more serious roles.
See, yo, Christopher, double fucking salute. Because I personally know that Denzel could be mad funny, and I would love to see Denzel just be you know what I'm saying? Because you know what it is too? Because even when Denzel is being fucking serious, like real serious, like shoot program, nigga, that makes you laugh.
No.
Yo, I laugh. And nigga say, yo, Pelican big, nigga.
Hold up. Give me the full screen. Brent, you could not have been more. Brent, you got a couple takes that I want to address, but I'm not going to address them on this show right now. But you could not have been more wrong with that take right there that's on the screen right here that y'all see.
What do you mean more wrong?
You could, Brent, okay, you and Brent, for that matter, could not have been more wrong with this. Listen, like I said, if someone writes a script for a comedian to play and the comedian doesn't want to play that role, I don't think that you can swap out Denzel and have the role still be as impactful. Okay, let's look at the movies that they have already played. Okay, so we're gonna take John Q, and then we're gonna take Get Hard. Do you remember Get Hard with Kevin Hart and Will Ferrell? Do you remember that movie? Yeah. I don't think that those two actors can swap in that movie. I don't think that they can do that. I think you have to write a very, very specific role for Denzel and his personality for it to come across as funny. In my opinion, Dave Chappelle, you can plug Dave Chappelle in any role and he's gonna appear to be funny. Just gonna be funny.
All right, you know what?
Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure y'all seen the movie Meet the Peoples.
Yeah.
If instead of that black actor, pardon me not remembering your name, black actor, I'm sorry. But if you switched him with Denzel, that movie would have been 10 times better.
I'm not sure. And shout
my nigga Carl, what up, boy? See you, nigga.
My brother KS for sure.
Hey, yeah, you already know, boy. The suns is up, man. Suns is up.
Yes, sun God. Brent,
speaking of sun God, make sure y'all go on my motherfucking. Make sure y'all go on my Instagram.
I'm gonna give you a moment. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you a moment.
Yeah. Make sure y'all go on my Instagram at ReallyRedX and make sure y'all click that link. Again, that is at really Red X, and make sure y'all click that link. Go on YouTube, watch that video, share it with your friends because it's already playing around the world, y'all. Don't be late to hop on that train.
Don't be
Double
late
salute.
to hop on that train. Yes, sir. Double salute. Listen, Brent, Denzel is absolutely a world-class actor.
Right? He can play any role. You absolutely right, nigga. And that's what I've been saying.
Give me a moment. Just give me a goddamn
You
moment.
got a moment, nigga.
If you are in here, drop a like. If you are in here, drop a like. Things are getting very, very high. We're probably going to be on for about another 10 minutes, but I appreciate y'all tapping into the Talk That Lingo crew. We talk that lingo very fast. Like I always say, it's harder to keep money than to get it for sure. Let us know in the comments if you think Will Smith looks bad today. Put a 1 in the chat. If you think he looks good, put a 2 in the chat. Talib,
what up, man?
I want to ask you this. Okay. Brent says that if you watch the Denzel impersonation of Jay-Z is hilarious. Yes, I totally understand that if you
so he's funny, right?
No,
he's funny.
Okay. Again, that is a very specific role. That is a very specific instance in where he's funny. It's not necessarily to say that he could replace a Kevin Hart, a Dave Chappelle. I don't think. Okay, listen. It goes like this. Chris Rock could play some of Denzel's movies that he has played in. Chris Rock would not be able to execute like Denzel. Vice versa. Denzel could.
Hold up, bro. You coming through a little choppy.
Well, okay. Well, listen. Here's the thing. How I sound now.
No, you sound much better. Thank you.
I sound much better. He must have got slapped by Will Smith too. That's probably why he couldn't hear me.
Yeah, and my jaw hurt.
What do you
Will, I was on your side, nigga, while you hitting me.
Facts. What do you think about these three, man? Do you think these three were friends once before? Do you think they
Hell yeah, bro. They've been friends forever. To be honest with you, I think they had a threesome.
Okay, we're gonna shift the focus back to the slap because I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna say some wild shit, y'all. I'm gonna say some wild shit.
Oh man,
I'm gonna have him going crazy in the comments. Did he just say they had a threesome? I did.
Brent, I understand that Denzel did the impersonation on the fly, but Denzel has a way about him that screams seriousness. I mean,
well, all right, but did you give Denzel a chance to scream funny? If you give Denzel enough time, I honestly believe this nigga can be hilarious.
Okay.
If you give Denzel enough time to prep,
I think we are being really misled by the great performances that Denzel has put on before. I really think a great performance in terms of an actor does not equate him to being able to play a funny role. That's why comedy films don't make it to the Oscars. That's the whole reason they don't make it to the Oscars, because
or maybe they haven't made it to the Oscars because they haven't had Denzel take a role.
All right, okay, all right. We off this right now. We off this right now.
That's why they ain't make it to the Oscars, nigga. You better get Denzel a role.
I mean, let me ask you about this photo right here.
Yeah.
Denzel could not play Richard Pryor. I'm sorry. Denzel could not play Richard Pryor.
Actually, they got, to be honest with you, because I did a little digging on it. They have
Mike Epps.
Mike Epps, yeah. Mike Epps will be playing Richard Pryor, and he's going to do a phenomenal job. If you guys haven't seen the clips that this nigga has put out showing people his transformation into the great and late R.I.P. Richard Pryor, one of the kings of comedy.
Shout out Richard Pryor.
Look out for that. He's going to he's going to do a phenomenal job. If you do not know, go and listen to Richard Pryor's tapes. You can go on YouTube and listen to them for free. You can go on YouTube and watch his stand-up. The man is a genius. He's hilarious. I've watched all of them. Mm-hmm. I've watched all of Eddie Murphy's shit. That's why I love comedy. I've always loved comedy. I've always respected the craft of comedy. I've always respected the craft of, you know what? I might be in a bad situation. People have made fun of me. So you know what? I'm going to switch it around, make fun of myself and make other people laugh and put that strength on me. So, you know, I've always loved the craft of what comedy brings. To what Chad had said, the world is sensitive as fuck. Y'all need to get your nuts together and put your titties up. And really buckle down, because you have to understand what comedy not only does for comedics that get to a plateau where they're like, yo, you're the funniest man in the world, or you're the funniest woman in the world. It's like, I believe we all need comedy. We all need to laugh at each other, or we all need to be able to laugh at ourselves. It's healing to be able to say, you know what, I can laugh at that, because then no one can make fun of you and make you feel bad about what you got going on, because you can laugh at it first and you can deal with it and you can have an understanding and you don't feel embarrassed about it. And that's what I believe truly comedy brings, other than a table and a space for uncomfortability, to be able to have a place for us to have a certain understanding, let alone a gray area. It also allows us to look at ourselves and say, you know what, it's okay to laugh at me. It's okay to laugh at you. It's okay for all of us to laugh together, as long as we all still come together at the end of the day.
Well, this is what I would say, my brother. Brent. Brent.
See, look, Denzel made Jamie Foxx laugh, and he's a world-class comedian.
Brent. That
told
is,
you.
Okay. Oh my God.
I told you, nigga, we gotta get Denzel on the camera.
Oh my God. Brent, I'm not even gonna address this right here, because that does not make the man a great comedy film actor. He can be very funny in these moments. It's easy to be funny in moments. Not the same in a comedy film. And with that being said, my brother, Brent, man, we got to get you on the show, man. You always making some fantastic points, man. Yeah, man, this was the slap of the century. This was
the slap of the year.
No, this was the slap of the century. There hasn't been a better slap in 100 years, for sure. My brother Talib, my brother Chad, is there anything that you want to leave with the people? Definitely, we appreciate y'all tapping in.
Chad, you want to leave the people with something?
Lead the people with something, Chad. Lead the people with something, Chad. You always
I'm about to spin it on him. Lead the people with what you gonna lead the people with, man. Let them know where your mind at.
Lead the people with something, my brother.
Man. Don't worry
Chad
about
was the only one talking that sense today. He was the only one making sense today. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, my brother. The floor is yours, my brother.
Black power. I'm happy Will Smith kept it real with his emotions. Was it right? Maybe not. But whatever. Fuck it. It happened. Let's move on. That's it.
Hey, man, definitely appreciate you coming on the show, Chad, for sure. My brother Talib, as always, I appreciate you for joining, my brother, and being the great actor you are. You, in fact, are a better comedic actor than Denzel, for sure. Brent, is there any last words that you want to say? Looks like Brent is going to say, all I'm going to say is to watch Two Guns, and you will see Denzel's comedy.
That's a fact. Two Guns was a great movie.
That is all of your homeworks tonight. Well, you know, we got the show on Thursday, so we're going to be following up with y'all on Thursday and see if y'all watch Two Guns. Brent, you make some very fascinating points, and that is the reason why we need you on the show, because there are absolutely points that Brent makes that I completely and wholeheartedly disagree with.
I didn't see that movie.
Great movie. You got to.
Oh my goodness, we weren't able to get to it because we were spending so much time talking, but I had a ton of memes from the Oscars situation. Listen, if you find any memes out there that are extremely funny, make sure you message us on Instagram, message us on TikTok, message us on YouTube, Facebook, send it to the Talk That Lingo podcast page. We would love to see more of those funny slap your mother moments. I'll tell you what, The Form, that was the best form on a slap I've ever seen in my life. If I had to say
practice,
the form on that was incredible. But let's not forget, Will Smith did play Muhammad Ali, so he's very familiar with how to throw a jab.
And he from West Philly.
West Philadelphia born and raised. Shout out West Philly for sure, because West Philly is on the map today.
Playground where he spent most of his days.
I tell you what, if you Google map Philadelphia, it's gonna take you directly to the playground that Will Smith got his ass whooped at, because West Philly is on the map right now. My brothers Chad and my brothers Talib, I appreciate y'all coming on the show, for show. But other than that, my brothers, like I always say, it's harder to keep money than to get it. We appreciate y'all tapping in. See y'all Thursday. We out of here. Gone.
Always, yo.
Split up. Split up. It's time to split up.
Oh, that was good.